Okay.
Alright, so welcome to our FabLab, mobile FabLab. This is a 32 feet trailer. You can have it in a slightly smaller one. As you can see, everything in here was done at the FabLab. So all the furniture inclusively. This is a model that kind of by experience and community work ended up being built. So all of these, the majority you can see are made with a bigger tool over there that we're going to see. The CNC machine, shop bot. Obviously it's prepared for the motion itself, so it's ready to go on the road. Please walk in. And for most spaces you're going to be seeing the very well-known 3D printing. There's plenty of brands. These are a few objects that you can see being printed at the machine. This entails having some computer design work on 3D printing. This is a cool design of a shoe, you can see here. And this is an additive technology. So it means that whatever you design on 3D on your computer, it will be sliced up in various layers of a 2D image, let's call it that way. And then you have an extruder of plastic coming out on the printer. This one is kind of hidden. Most of them are open, so you can see what happens in here. So you do have a cartridge of this one won't come on. Do we have a
yes, I actually do have one minute ago. And you utilize ABS and PLS plastic.
So ABS, little one. This one is kind of hard to see. So there are plenty of materials you can use. Most of the filaments that are done are made of plastic, either PLA, which is basically cornstarch. So it's pretty safe to use, and it will dissolve in water. It's good for cheap, fast prototyping. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. But there's other materials that you can use, inclusively ceramics, which is another cool feature. Not on this particular machine, but the open source ones that can be created. You have filaments, they're very thin to thicker, but basically the layers are done in 30 microns. So it's really, really hair thin material that can be laid down in layers, and accumulating those layers you can create your 3D object, right? So this is the additive technology that we have here. So everything else you're going to see, it's actually subtractive, right? So most of these designs, this is a laser cutter. It'll have objects like these, either engraved or actually cut out. So the way that the laser works is the laser is under CO2 pressure, and basically is being expelled by a nozzle right here that you can see. Unfortunately, you won't see, but it's a series of mirrors that eventually will hit the material itself, and at a certain power and a certain speed will be able to actually cut through the material. Either that being plastics, wood, and anything else that is not actually chemical harmful for you, you will be able to actually cut it in here. And also we're trying to avoid extra fires or extra fumes that you can breathe. Anyway, it's not just a 2D technology. If you add up various layers in 2D, you can create complex objects like these. It's a little bit of a robotics enclosure here, just a little bit of a mobile little object. What else can we show?
So is this etched with that laser?
Yeah. So I did that one when we installed the FabLab at Odessa. And I don't know if you recognize this guy.
I don't.
The drummer for Cream.
Okay.
What was his name? Forgot. Anyway.
What is this machine here?
So this one here is just a fume extractor for the laser cutter.
I see.
You can actually extract it directly to the exterior because it does have its own system. So this one is just trying to be safe if the environment here is enclosed and you don't have a connection to the outside. Alright. So they actually do have two lasers. That's been usual with the mobile lab because lasers are really the fastest tool you have around here. They can really be very flexible in what they can provide to you. And then you have a vinyl cutter that will have a small little blade
To cut out your masks and.
Yeah. The other thing you can do that for silk printing. You have a little tiny little blade at the end. So this one works as a pressure machine against the material, and that could be either with a blade. You can have a pencil on. You can have drawings done. You can also use copper paper or copper material that you can do your soft electronics on. So flexible electronics. So you basically cut out the tracing, and you'll have applications for your circuits on a more organic shape, for instance. A lot of people use this for electronics and fabrics, so sensitive or sensible electronics that you can actually add to your garments. Very interesting thing happening right now in the FabLab network is for the first year they're doing the Fabric Academy. So it's Academy for fabrication, a lot of textiles applications, either from just laser cutting them and mixing all these technologies. So an important thing to keep in mind is all of them work together. So this is a basic set of tools to build almost anything. That's